and welcome to Siyasat TV. I'm Sumayya Junaid Ahmed bringing you the news. Here are the headlines.
Toolkit case Disha Ravi's bail to come up before Delhi court today. Government should back private sector to make India self-reliant, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to meet protesting farmer leaders tomorrow. Rajasthan Chief Minister attacks centre over rising fuel prices. Patient critically injured after fall from hospital building in Adilabad. Bandi Sanjay Kumar raises pitch for Hindu Rashtra in Telangana. United States calls for Taliban to end violence in Afghanistan. Group 7 leaders boost COVAX support focus on COVID recovery.
Let's begin with our top story. A Delhi court will today hear the bail plea of the environmentalist activist Disha Ravi, accused in the Toolkit case. She was sent to 3 days of judicial custody following 5 days of Delhi police custody since her arrest on 13th of February from Bengaluru. The 22-year-old has been charged with sedition for her alleged involvement in the conspiracy to spread disaffection in India. Officials have said the bail hearing will come up at 4 p.m. today. Moving on to our next story, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today spoke of the need for solid policy framework as the country tries to shake off economic downturn included by the coronavirus pandemic.
In this context, he also spoke of the need to increase the cohesion between centre and the state. Addressing the 6th meeting of the government's think tank Niti Aayog, he said the private sector must be allowed to grow and the states and the centre should both support them.
बजट पर जिस तरह का एक पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस आया है, चारों तरफ से एक नई आशा का वातावरण पैदा हुआ है, उसने जता दिया है कि मूड ऑफ द नेशन क्या है। देश मन बना चुका है, देश तेजी से आगे बढ़ना चाहता है, देश अब समय नहीं गंवाना चाहता है और कुल मिलाकर के देश के मन को बनाने में देश का युवा मन बहुत बड़ी भूमिका अदा कर रहा है और तभी ये बदलावों के प्रति एक नया आकर्षण पैदा हुआ है। हमें भी ये देख कैसे देश का प्राइवेट सेक्टर देश की इस विकास यात्रा में और ज्यादा उत्साह से आगे आ रहा है। सरकार के नाते हमें इस उत्साह का, प्राइवेट सेक्टर की ऊर्जा का सम्मान भी करना है और उसे आत्मनिर्भर भारत में उतना ही अवसर भी देना है। आत्मनिर्भर भारत एक ऐसे नए भारत की तरफ कदम है जहां हर व्यक्ति, हर संस्था, हर उद्यम को अपनी पूरी।
And officials have said Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will tomorrow meet leaders of the farmer unions protesting against the 3 central laws. He will discuss matters related to the new pieces of legislation among other things.
The meeting comes days after Aam Aadmi Party poor performance in Punjab urban body polls that was swept by Congress. Farmers of the state have been at the forefront of the 3-month-long agitation. Mr. Kejriwal will meet the farmer leaders on the Delhi Assembly premises. His Aam Aadmi Party has been a strong supporter of protest that has seen thousands of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and other states park themselves at various points along the Delhi's border.
Moving on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today pointed to the untapped potential of the farm sector while marking out areas of improvement to push the country out of the post-COVID economic slump. He advised extending help to the private sector and increases ease of business in India as a key to move foreign investment.
साथ मिलकर के कार्य और निश्चित दिशा में आगे बढ़े। कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म को और अधिक सार्थक बनाना और यही नहीं, हमें प्रयत्नपूर्वक कॉम्पिटिटिव कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म को न सिर्फ राज्यों के बीच डिस्ट्रिक्ट तक ले जाना है। हमने कोरोना कालखंड में देखा है कि कैसे अब राज्य और केंद्र सरकार ने मिलकर काम किया देश सफल हुआ और दुनिया में भी भारत की एक अच्छी छवि निर्माण हुई। साथियों, आज जब देश अपनी आजादी के 75
And Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot today said fuel prices have been increasing for 11 days and the common man is suffering as a result of wrong economic policies of the centre.
In series of tweets, Mr. Gehlot targeted the centre and cleared his stand on rumours that Rajasthan levies highest tax on fuel prices. He tweeted in Hindi, "The Modi government imposes excise duty of rupees 32.90 on petrol and rupees 31.80 per litre on diesel. Whereas during the UPA government in 2014, there was an excise duty of only rupees 9.20 on petrol and rupees 3.46 on diesel. The Modi government should reduce excise duty in the interest of the public without delay."
Let's bring you the latest on the COVID figures in the country. India's COVID-19 tally caseload crossed 1.9 crore mark with 13,993 new coronavirus cases and 101 deaths reported in the past 24 hours. Remember, this is the government data shared by the Health Ministry coming up early this morning. Amid concerns of the third wave, more than 10,896 people successfully fought the viral disease, taking the overall recoveries to 1.6 crore. The country now has 1,9,77,387 cases and more than 1,56,000 lives lost due to COVID-19, whereas Telangana recorded 157 new COVID-19 cases and 0 fatality. As per the Health Ministry, 1,449,942 vaccine doses were administered through 1,98,352 sessions till Wednesday evening. Let's shift our focus to Telangana, where a person undergoing treatment for liver-related issues sustained critical injuries after he fell from the roof of Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Medical Science, Adilabad today morning. His condition is said to be critical and police do not rule out the possibility of being suicide attempt.
Adilabad 2 town police said patient was suffering from a liver-related ailment. He was admitted to the medical college 2 days ago. On receiving information about the incident, police rushed to the spot and brought down from one of the floors. They are focusing on whether he tried to kill himself or he accidentally fell down, resulting in the mishap.
Hostels and mess facilities at the Osmania University are all set to reopen tomorrow after a gap of 11 months. Earlier, the university decided to reopen the hostel on 16th of February, but the decision was deferred.
The hostels were closed from mid-March last year due to COVID-induced lockdown. Students can join the hostels before submitting with a self-declaration along with COVID-19 negative test report. They should also produce an undertaking agreeing that they will abide by all standard operation procedures related to COVID-19 and that university authorities are not responsible if in case any boarder contracts the virus.
Alright, all the 4 arrested in the ghastly killing of lawyer couple was remanded to 14-day judicial custody. The police on Friday night produced the arrested person before the judicial first-class magistrate in Mathani. Justice Nageshwara Rao remanded 14-day judicial custody to the accused.
Before taking them into judicial custody, the accused underwent COVID-19 test at the government hospital. Bittu Srinu, Chiranjeevi, A. Kumar and Kunta Srinivas were arrested for their involvement in the murder of the lawyer couple. While 3 people were arrested on the Telangana-Maharashtra border on Thursday, Bittu Srinu, who is said to have supplied sickle to kill the couple, was arrested from his house on Friday.
Moving on, Telangana State BJP Chief Bandi Sanjay Kumar on Friday called upon the Hindu in Telangana to turn into vote bank to bring Hindu Rashtra to power in Telangana.
Addressing a mammoth rally take-out marking occasion of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj at Burabanda, he said there is no place for different colors of flags in Telangana other than the saffron flag. Justifying this, the BJP chief said that the current ruling dispensation in the state is acting hand in glove with those who have inherited the ideology of Qasim Rizvi and acting against the Hindus in Telangana. Those who support and identify themselves as Hindus are facing troubles.
Moving on to our international news, United States Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin called the reduction in violence in Afghanistan and said more progress is needed in Afghan peace negotiations before Western powers withdraw from the war-torn country.
New United States President Joe Biden faces a thorny choice in Afghanistan, whether to withdraw all United States forces by the end of April as promised to Taliban by the former Trump administration, or extend the US troop presence while trying to sustain troubled Afghanistan peace talks. Taliban Deputy Leader Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar on 16th of February called the United States to honor its agreement regarding international troop withdrawals and warned that the group would not allow continuing interference in Afghan affairs.
Two sources in presidency said on Friday Argentina's president has sought the resignation of Minister of Health after media reports that people had been able to use connections to get access to COVID-19 vaccines.
The scandal, which emerged after veteran journalist said he had received a jab after speaking directly with the minister, threw a spotlight on wider fears in the region about corruption and access to vaccine which are in short supply. The two sources in the president's office confirmed that the president had sought the health minister's resignation. Argentina's health ministry did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Well-known local journalist Horacio Verbitsky said he had received a shot after being offered the opportunity by the minister.
Group of 7 leaders who control a little under half of the world's economy have pledged billions of dollars to COVAX, a United Nations coronavirus vaccination program for poorer countries.
United States President Joe Biden and Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi debuted at the Group 7 virtual leaders meeting on Friday, which was chaired by British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Mr. Johnson promised to free up any surplus United Kingdom vaccine for poorer countries at a future date and underlined the need of the collective action to recover from the pandemic, which has killed 2.4 million people, tripped the global economy into the worst space-time slump since the Great Depression, and upended normal life for billions.
Before we wrap up our bulletin, let's have a look on our headlines.
Toolkit case: Disha Ravi's bail to come up before Delhi court today. Government should back private sector to make India self-reliant, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to meet protesting farmer leaders tomorrow. Rajasthan Chief Minister attacks centre over rising fuel prices. Patient critically injured after fall from hospital building in Adilabad. Bandi Sanjay Kumar raises pitch for Hindu Rashtra in Telangana. United States calls for Taliban to end violence in Afghanistan. Group 7 leaders boost COVAX support, focus on COVID recovery.
These were all the updates. More news on the other side. Thank you for your time. For more news, stay tuned to Siyasat TV.